The art of ARP spoofing. What is ARP spoofing? ARP spoofing techniques. ARP spoofing detection. Preventing ARP spoofing. ARP spoofing countermeasures. Conclusion. What is ARP spoofing? ARP spoofing is a type of attack in which an attacker sends fake ARP messages to a network. This causes the network to update its ARP table, mapping the attacker's MAC address to the IP address of a legitimate user. The attacker can then intercept traffic meant for the legitimate user, allowing them to gain access to sensitive information or even modify the data being sent. ARP spoofing techniques. ARP spoofing can be done in several ways. The most common technique is to send gratuitous ARP messages, which are broadcast messages that update the ARP table with the attacker's MAC address. Another technique is to send targeted ARP messages to a specific host. This allows the attacker to intercept traffic from that host only. ARP spoofing detection. ARP spoofing can be detected by monitoring the ARP traffic on a network. If the ARP table is updated too often or with suspicious entries, this can indicate an ARP spoofing attack. It is also possible to detect ARP spoofing by monitoring the network traffic for signs of data being sent to an incorrect MAC address. Preventing ARP spoofing. The best way to prevent ARP spoofing is to use a firewall to monitor and block suspicious ARP traffic. Additionally, it is important to use strong passwords and encryption to protect sensitive data. It is also important to use a network monitoring tool to detect any suspicious activity and to keep the network up to date with the latest security patches. ARP spoofing countermeasures. The best countermeasure for ARP spoofing is to use a firewall to monitor and block suspicious ARP traffic. Additionally, it is important to use strong passwords and encryption to protect sensitive data. It is also important to use a network monitoring tool to detect any suspicious activity and to keep the network up to date with the latest security patches. Conclusion. ARP spoofing is a serious security threat that can be used to gain access to sensitive data. It is important to be aware of the techniques used for ARP spoofing and to take steps to protect against it. By using a firewall, strong passwords, encryption, and network monitoring tools, organizations can protect themselves from this type of attack and ensure their data is secure.